Hello and welcome to the Kuma Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to assemble a model kit, and I'm also here to hang out with all of you. And I'm going to start things off by throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Tier 2 blue emote into chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can say hi. You can use other people's emotes. If you feel like being a lurker, well, you can just go ahead and lurk. That's also okay. It's a Saturday. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. I'm back in the bedroom. Obviously, with the background removed, that doesn't mean anything to you, really. But for me, it means that this room is warmer, which is nice. It means I'm on Wi-Fi, which is worse than previous. But it also means I moved all my gear in here yesterday. So, and then today got everything kind of settled. So I'm like, I don't know, like the webcam, I might want to physically move my monitors a little closer. I can do that later. The separation here with the table and the table that the arm from overhead camera's on, is that right? I don't know. I've angled it. Do I like that? Do I need to adjust the table a little bit? Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to tweak. It was good enough that I recorded a video last night and I'm doing the stream here, but I'm still not like 100% on everything, and I kind of gotta tweak that. Like, yeah. So just physically move. Like, I won't be much closer now, but this feels better. Just looking at this right now feels better. So, like, I've got to tweak things here and there, and I'll figure it out as we go. Speaking of which, let's go to the overhead camera. Let's talk about this model kit we got here. I've zoomed out a lot more than I normally do because this is the big kit. This is, if you haven't been watching the progress on this, this is the BLOKEES Action Edition Megatron. BLOKEES is a company I really haven't bought model kits from before, but they have the Transformers license. And officially, and I built one other kit from BLOKEES. I built this kit, the Shockwave. Now, obviously, you can tell right away the scale is different. This is a Shockwave. This Shockwave is the classic class, which is like the equivalent of a high grade, and this is equivalent of the master grade. These two, this is double the price of this. I do know that when some people were picking up originally, it looked like it was like, just as they were getting out there, it was like 35 and 15. I paid 20 and 40. The Megatron cost, yeah, like I said, twice as much. I don't love that, but I will say this. We're not done yet because we did the body, but we still have to do all the weapons, and there is the throne that it can sit in, and some accessories that we have to put together. To me, your friend Pat, right off the bat, I can tell you, I think this shit's worth it. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna move myself just a little over here. Yeah, we'll do like that. Yeah, that feels better. To me, this is worth it. I'm sure you can find a frame of G1 with a Shockwave that tiny. There's so many animation errors in that show. Yes, I bet there was like a thing where it was like he should be smaller because he's in the distance, but he was like so smaller. It was just like, what are we doing here? Or it was like that. You're like, no, that's not forced perspective. That's just inaccurate. This Megatron, as I said, this Megatron is expensive. It also does this. If you haven't seen, it lights up. The eyes light up. See right there? And then you go magnet, engage the magnet or disengage the magnet to light it up. That's just cool. That's weird. I don't know if this fits in the, it should fit. There's a space for all the accessories that fit in the throne. So I'm going to put all the accessories on here. I have the things for them to hold, and then we'll put the throne together and put it on the throne. But we got laser beak. We got the big arm cannon that we need to put in there. So we need to build the arm cannon, laser beak. There's a reflector. One of the many reflectors is in here. We got Kremzeek, who I still don't know. Kremzeek is some sort of like bit of electricity. There's the Energon gun. There is the mace and the Energon sword. And so we're going to put together all the many accessories that we have for this. We also do have other faces. That is one thing about this kit that I think is neat. I can take the head apart and swap in other faces for like Stoic Megatron, you can see there, or Angry Megatron. but I do personally prefer smirk ass Megatron. It's like, ah, can you believe it? I'm great. I like this version of Megatron. So we went with that face. But I have the other faces. I did panel line this. I think it does look nice with a little bit of a marker. So we will do some panel lining on some other gray parts as they come through. Megatron over there. But yeah, I did zoom out because Megatron is fucking big. Let's work on the Energon handgun. Get that going. So as I said, my folks are returning from Florida tomorrow. Hey, Akito, welcome. And since they are returning, I did go ahead and get everything I needed together. I did a lot of cleaning today, a lot of just like, because I had my whole setup in there, right? In the Carolina room, the bonus room. So I was able to like move all that stuff out because I was like, well, I don't need to be there anymore. I can move the stuff in here. And so I was able to like really clean a bunch of stuff that I've kept up with, but I did a deep clean just so my folks don't come back to a messy house, because that's fucking rude. That would be rude as hell of me if I did that. So you know what? I didn't do that. So I cleaned everything up. And then also a project that I have been doing for the past several days that has been nice is uploading old videos to archive.org. And by old videos specifically right now, episodes of 404ing It. The panel versions of 404ing It that I did at conventions. Because I was like, that's fun. That'll be a fun thing to do. To kind of have those available. There are a couple that like have had edits that like I don't have the originals with like a few things are missing here and there. Some of them are missing elements because the recordings were bad. I had a run of the first several were streamed, and so it's just the stream version, which sometimes were bad. Sometimes the Twitch folks fucked up pretty bad. So it's like, okay. So yeah, I don't have everything in great condition, but I've gotten a bunch of them together. I can look right now. I can look right now to see what I got. And now some of those are already on archive because some other people did that. A lot of them are on YouTube without edits because some people that were archiving them on YouTube archived them without trying to make any money, or their accounts don't have anything like that, so they were able to keep them up. But a few are kind of like missing in action. So let's see, my uploads right now are I have up through PAX West 2016. So I have 2013 East, 2014 Prime, 2015 South and East and Prime, GamerX, East 2016, PAX South 2016, East 2016, and West 2016. And then, what was I going to say? I'll have the GamerX East 17 and then the other 17s up. 2017 is a wild year for me because I did 4 of them at conventions between, because the PAX South was done. So I didn't do PAX South, or I didn't go to that PAX South. I can't remember. Whatever. 2017 PAX South I didn't go to. I think that was the year. I think it ended in 16 or maybe it ended in 18. I can't remember. But either way, I wasn't there, but I was at Unplugged. It's the only 404ing that I did at PAX Unplugged. And then I realized, I want to do other things at PAX Unplugged that is not 404ing it. So I didn't do it there. But I did it other places. And so I'm slowly uploading those to archive. PAX East 2014, I am not uploading anywhere. It does exist. You can find it if you want to. But between one of my guests who sucks, is a bad person that I do not want to associate with, and also part of the content of that one sucks. I was not diligent enough to recognize that there was some stuff in there that should not be included, and it was mean-spirited in a way I did not intend. So I don't like that one. So that one doesn't exist. It just doesn't live there anymore. But other PAXs videos I will put up with permission from Felix. Back in the day, I did ask Felix Kramer, hey, Felix Kramer, do you want me to take down this PAX panel that you're on? Felix was on a few but the first one, Felix is there with a name that Felix doesn't use anymore, but did at the time, and is referred to by that name in promotion and also during the event. I do refer to Felix by that name, and I was like, hey, should this go away? And then Felix said, no, it's fun. And I was like, great, then it stays. And that's generally the sentiment of that. Like, if there was anyone, if Kate Welch was like, hey, I'm trying to be less on the internet, could this panel go away? I'd be like, yeah, sure. I just use Kate. Hey, Sin just resubbed. That's 87 months saying, hi, Pat. Hi, Sin. Thanks so much for resubbing and doing it during the stream. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site tier 2 blue emote in chat. 87 months is just a wild amount of months. Thank you so much for the continued support. I really do mean that. I just use Kate offhand because I know that Kate has gone. I'm not going to get into it, of course, because it's not my story to tell. Kate Welch has had a rough time off and on the last couple of years. So, like, if Kate was like, I don't want that panel to be on the internet anymore, then it wouldn't be on the internet anymore. I don't fucking care about that shit. It's nice to archive it as videos sometimes, like, get blocked regionally. There's a PAX South that can't be shown internationally, only in the US. So it's, like, nice to have an archive of that. So yeah, I try to figure that stuff out because I want people to be able to see the stuff I did. But it's more important to me that the people that did it are like, yeah, if they had an issue with it, then those videos go away. Like, sure, no problem. It's just nice to have them. Like, I don't love that. There is a brief moment where an organizer of an event who I don't like is briefly on one of my GamerX panels, and I don't love that, but it's like, I can't really do anything about that. It was his thing, and he came in, and I was like, fine. Unrelated, but thinking about that show. Emmy Spicer, if you're out there, I hope you're doing well. I haven't talked to you in a long time. You're not really out and about, so I hope you're well, because you kick ass. Like an archive of policeman wife showing the cake slices she bought and sushi. Yeah, I mean, like, yes. So it is kind of nice to have, like, some of those things. Like, there are some of the videos that Jeff Gersman has shown don't exist on the internet anymore because people, like, moved on from that stuff and don't want to. That stuff doesn't exist. Some of those videos, like, yeah. Some of the stuff that Eric Pope has shown over the years doesn't exist anymore as people, like, they got stripped off of the internet for various reasons. Many, I would say, probably, like, good reasons that they don't exist anymore. But there are some videos out there that just, like, yeah. Some of my stuff, some of the things that I did there are, like, the only remnants of those videos, which is weird. So it's nice for those to exist. I should take advantage of archive.org more. I haven't, as far as a resource, I should say. I've certainly used it for my own purposes to, like, find things that I want on the internet that I'm looking for. But I should do it. I do have 2 streams on there. I wish I had archived my karaoke streams that are on, because, like, some of my karaoke streams, like, never made it to YouTube because they got blocked or just completely wrecked, so they just got deleted, which at the time I still maintain was the right choice. But now that I, looking back on it, I'm like, maybe I should have made sure that those existed somewhere. Now it's like, it's okay that they don't. At the end of the day, it's okay that they don't. But I want 404ing it to exist. Eventually, all of my PAX panels and other panels that I've done that I have recordings of will exist somewhere. on archive. I'll put up all the improvised postmortems. I have them all on a external hard drive, but it does, I do think about now and again, I'm like, I probably need to have those somewhere else. All right, so we got the energy, we got our energy mace here, Cybertronian mace, and then we'll get our Energon sword here together as well. But yeah, so I'm slowly doing 404ing it. That's the first thing. And then after I do 404ing it, and I'm doing those individually. I think that I'm doing them individually so they each have their own URL, and you can find each of them on their own URL. A few things that I'll archive, I think I might do as collections, like some of my Wednesday projects. When I start putting those up on archive, I will probably do those in batches. But I figured let's do each its own. You could search for each one. They each have their own tags. I'm not doing it as a collection. I will eventually put them all in a collection together. Right now they're not. They're just there. But eventually I will do that because I think it will be good to have. All right, and I need A215. Just this one. And then A2 is done. But yeah, so that was part of the upload stuff. Once I got this room set up, Thursday night, I got some of the other room cleaned up and some stuff ready to move in here. And then yesterday I did the majority of moving stuff in because I had to record at Pat Bear's Anime Club in this room, which I did. I recorded that episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club, and that'll go up for $5 and $10 patrons tomorrow and everyone else on Monday. And it's good. It's a good video. Let's talk about anime in that video. Weird, I know. Crazy. And then I do have a... so I think I talked about this before. I'm pretty sure I have. All of the Kuma Bears that have aired in February, and then one this week's one, so March. Because, hey, guess what? It's March tomorrow. Crazy. No, all those episodes of Kuma Baer were all recorded in January. In January, I recorded all of January's, all of February, and one of March's over the period of a couple weeks. Because it's the only content I make. Kuma Baer is the only content I make where the background is not removed. And I like the background I use for it, so I want to have that. So I want to have those be consistent, because 2 years ago I didn't do that, and I don't like that. I don't like that there are 4 Kuma Bears that don't look quote unquote right to me. So instead I just did them in advance. And then I've got one more, so that means next weekend I got to record the rest of March into April, and then in April there'll be 5 weeks, and when I finish that up, then I won't be in a weird position. Or wait, is there 5 weeks in March? Whoa. How many Wednesdays are there in March? No, there are 4 Wednesdays in March. That's right. And then 5 Wednesdays in April, which means that April's theme is my favorite shows from the winter season. So that means I have to have 5 videos on that, which is fine. It does mean that I'll record one in April that is a show that I might not have finished. So I'm doing Frieren, even though they took a week off. They only have 11 episodes, so it should work out. They'll have watched every episode of Frieren season 2. But I can tell you right now, things would have to take we're going to talk about what episode? We're going to talk about episode 6 today. Things would have to get really fucking weird for Frieren to drop the ball and for me to be like, I didn't like it. It would have to be pretty bizarre. I mean, unless the numbers don't shake out and there's 2 episodes or 3 episodes left, in which case I'll do another show that did wrap up by then. But most likely, it'll be fine. All right, let's work on the fusion cannon. Our big cannon here. Got some parts together for this. So yeah, recording stuff. I'm pretty psyched. I'm pretty happy with this setup. I got to tweak some stuff and move some stuff around. You know, get the mic set or the camera settled. The microphone's fine. I got everything in here. I did clean my computer. This is your reminder, friends. I can give you this reminder to dust out your PC. Hey, tomorrow will be March. Dust out that PC. Maybe you haven't done it in 2026, so it's time to get in there. You got to baby your PC and keep it working as long as possible, because the alternative is fucking rough out there of getting components and stuff. You don't want that. You don't want that smoke. My PC was dusty when I finally put in the 5070 Ti I bought in November. Yeah. Oh, Sin. I mean, there's maintenance, and then there's moving a component maintenance, right? Like, I don't take apart a lot of components of my PC, but when this is now a while ago, when I upgraded my CPU cooler, because I got one Aristofan, I believe that was Aristofan. That was 3 weeks ago. I held it until I couldn't return for a better deal. Okay. Oh, all right. You bought it in November, but 3 weeks ago you swapped it out. You were saving it. Okay, it makes sense. What I was saying there is that I'm blanking on what I was saying. Oh yeah, when I swapped out and upgraded to a new CPU cooler, like the dust behind it, I was like, oh yeah, this is dust I can't get at normally. So, and then I move, and also when the same thing, same time you redid the thermal paste. Yeah. Yes, I also, because it was an upgrade going in, redid that, and then also my power supply. When I upgraded the power supply, the shroud was blocking a lot of stuff that I was like, oh yeah, there's some dirt in here that I didn't see, or my blower was blowing dirt into this spot. I guess dirt had been collecting there. So yeah, it was good to do it. Like, I was just like, well, it's not technically March yet, but what am I going to do? Wait a couple days and then do it? No, I'm going to do it now. And I was happy I did it when I did. All right, so up here and this there, and then this go into this. Oh, that's right, because this thing slides or something. Stuff goes on with this. All right, so that goes like that. And then on the other side, this piece goes like this. And this goes down. That. Okay. And then this is this side, this is this side, and then we put a C111 in the middle. If we need to take apart any of this, we'll take it apart, but hopefully I'm doing this correctly the first time. Yeah, just working on accessories tonight since we're done with the main portion of the build. All right, so this goes like this. That goes in there. This goes... No. Sorry, just gonna... Oh, this... Okay, so this goes in here. That goes like that. And then this goes on the other side. And then... Yeah, opening this up moves these around. I think. I'm not sure how this works, but we'll find out. But some stuff happens with this. Again, I'm not sure how these move, but these do move. There is some movement that happens here, but we'll figure it out. C14 is here, and then C13 is the other one there. This piece that fell off, the sprue earlier. It's good that we know where that is. This goes like this, and like this. And then this goes like this. Make sure that I put these on properly here. Oh. Why aren't you locking together? Okay. Try it again. Push this like this. In like that. And then this goes in like that. There we go. That worked. But yeah, I got a lot of maintenance done. Happy with all the results of that. And now, we're done with H3 here. Finished up with that. And a lot of video stuff, which is good. Good to get all that stuff done. Happy with how all of that worked out. Let's see. Oh, we got this clear piece here. Our lens here for that. So we'll put that together. And get all that done. We'll go. And this will go like this. No, doesn't go like that. This I know goes like this here. That goes like that. And then this will go like that. Okay, but that doesn't slide in perfectly, so then we'll see if it goes the other way. Weird. I can't tell in the photo if there... It doesn't look like there should be a... like a gap, but it doesn't seem like it wants to pop in there. It doesn't seem like it wants to just slide in normal. I'll do it like this, but that doesn't feel right. Yeah, that's definitely not right. Oh. What's that? No, that doesn't look right. Well, I guess that is right. Doesn't seem like it would be. But, okay. And then one of our last red pieces goes in like this. There are some news stories we can talk about from the world of video games and gaming here. So we will get into some of that stuff, in the second half hour here. All right, there we go. We got that done. Got that part done. Now there's still the other part here. Pull out the end of the cannon. The cannon opens its connection. Oh, so if I go like this. Oh, okay, that's what it does. It opens these little things. And then I think, well, what happened there? For the cannon. So yeah, we can talk a little bit about some news of the world here. Gaming-wise, there are other things happening out there that certainly can come up in conversation, but I'm not actively here to chat with you about. But hopefully you understand my feelings on those subjects and where I stand. If I'm not communicating that by past conversations and my general outlook and what I put out into the internet, then that's a shame. But I'm fairly confident that I do get those thoughts out there. So, and that those thoughts are pretty obvious to people. But it's always a chance. I'm not conveying myself, and I'm fairly confident that I am. But I can say that there are layoffs at Eurogamer, unfortunately. So this comes from Video Games Chronicle, saying that second round of layoffs since they joined IGN, because You may remember that Ziff Davis, the owners of IGN, again, we're going to say this is not IGN laying people off. This is Ziff Davis laying people off. Ziff Davis bought Eurogamer, among other properties, from ReedPop, who basically, as far as I can tell, ReedPop didn't ever want the magazines or the website stuff. They just wanted the conventions, because that were happening, that were owned by the gamer network, because they started branching out into those, and that was something that Reed wanted, and then got, and then didn't really want the websites, so they passed those on in a brand deal, and things had some issues. So Eurogamer and Outside Xbox both had layoffs. It is being reported. The entire Eurogamer video team, which was apparently 4 people, have been laid off. Some editor, we don't know who, but one of the editors at Eurogamer has been reassigned within IGN. That happened the last time as well, where they bolstered their IGN ranks with some Eurogamer people and then didn't hire anyone new, which is a tactic that has existed for many years in this kind of thing, where it's just like, oh, well, let's put them into this other thing. Let's see, yeah. The Gamer Group was in 2024, which exists gamesindustry.biz, Rock Paper Shotgun, VG 24/7, and it owns shares in Hookshot, who owns Nintendo Life and Outside Xbox. They immediately closed Dicebreaker at the time. And Dicebreaker was the thing that Reed seemed to like the most, because they were so heavily investing in tabletop that they loved having a site that was dedicated to tabletop. But that was certainly not something that IGN was interested in. They read the tea leaves and said that was not something they wanted. I cannot get these things to snap on. I'm like, I push this way, they pop out some. And okay, maybe they were supposed to pop out even more. Maybe if they're popped out this far, I can get these pieces to connect. But I could not get them to do it before this. So maybe popped out is what I need to get these to pop in. We'll try now. Nope, that still didn't work. It just immediately popped itself back in. This is the first time that I would call myself frustrated with this kit. I don't know if there is an easier way to do this, but as I push in, it doesn't snap into place. They just pop out. I'll try the top one. But yeah, I'm having frustration there. Yeah, so a bunch of stuff happened here, and then a lot of people were laid off. They did do a thing. Ziff Davis did do a thing where they gave people volunteer, like they basically said, like, hey, if anybody wants to get some money out of us and leave now, they did the voluntary redundancy thing. And some people did take them up on it, and then they transferred some people, but now they're just going at it. And it looks like Eurogamer's video division is going to be a thing of the past, which again is a shame. Hey, Lord Crashington. And then when they took staff from VG 24/7 and moved them originally to Eurogamer, they just didn't reassign they didn't hire new people. And that site is just basically like, I believe 2 full-time employees run the guides for that site still. And then freelancers, of course. Yeah, I just can't get these pieces to snap in. And I'm like trying to think if there's like any good way to do this that I'm not thinking of. I'll go like this. Yeah, it's just when I press down, it just, they don't snap into place. I need them to. This is fucking really frustrating. I'm now like pulling on this to see if that will get me where I want it to go. But nope, it just pushes them back in and then doesn't do anything. Pushed in that and then pop it out like this. I'm gonna you know, I have to disassemble this. Pull this off and then pull that out. And then if I maybe I'm gonna have to do this. Like separate it. This is not the right way to do this, but I don't think. So I pull like this, and then kind of just yeah, that's not going to work. I'm going to take one of these off because I want to see how to get these to snap in. Yeah, neither way does this seem to want to go. Weird. Like, okay, I got one in. Okay, so that went in, finally. I got that in, and that goes like, that would go like, that would have to go up. That, and then all the way up. But then how am I going to get that together? That's the other question. And of course I would also need this to go in like that. I'd still need that to work. And then I'd have to get, like, if I can get one together. Yeah, this fucking sucks to do. What the? What the? I was like, oh, maybe I'm doing this wrong. And I'm like, I'm convinced I'm not doing this wrong. Like, I have been wrong before, certainly. I will be wrong again. But as far as I can tell, this is just a pain in the fucking ass. All right, let's try to do it like this without adding in the other part of the lens here. We'll add this to stabilize it, keep it together, I guess. And then pull it out all the way and see if I can get these to snap in place. Nope. When I press down, it just goes away. It stops working. Like, if I really just give up on this, what I could do is just use liquid cement and glue these together. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to do it like that. I could, but I don't want to. I could do that if I'm just like, well, no matter what I'm doing here, it's not working. So let me just get this done by like putting them like this and putting them like this and just kind of gluing it. I'm like, that doesn't sound, that's not what I want to do. It's not how I want to do it. Oh, I got one. Fuck yeah, all right. I got one done. Now can I get the other one done? Is it the wrong way? Okay, this is the wrong way. Oh, hell yeah. Finally. Jesus Christ. That was a goddamn nightmare. I guess it was eventually me saying that I was going to have to like break something in order for it to work. And this is all, that's all it does. That's all it does is just open up like that. That's all I was trying to do was the gun. Like, I'm not even going to do it, probably. Not even going to keep it like that. And do the other way because the other way is cooler. But yeah. It goes like that. It opens up. We'll put her on there. Hell yeah. Does look rad. I mean, I guess I'll open it up. Hell yeah, look at that shit. Totally worth it. Totally worth that being really fucking frustrating and annoying for no reason. All right, big story. The big story of the stream, of the like yesterday and today, big anniversary for Pokemon. They announced the next game, the 10th generation of Pokemon. It's coming to Switch 2, not to Switch 1, which is frustrating if you haven't gotten the Switch 2, but totally makes sense. And one could make the argument that that's a good thing if they're using the power of the Switch 2 and they're not making it for the Switch. But you could also make the argument, well, wouldn't they sell a lot more copies if they made it for both? Which, yeah, fair. Sorry. Replacement. You can replace C212. I don't know why. But okay. Like, it, to me, I'm like, yeah, I can see either point. But anyway, what is it? Wind and Waves? Winds and Waves. They're plurals. That's coming. It'll be playable on Switch 2 hardware. It's coming out next year, so they have the rest of this year plus however long next year for it to come out. And we got new friends. We got new starters, and the starters are unbelievably cute. And it looks real good. Let's see. I want to see if we can find the actual thing here. A good group of starters. Yes. So I know that some people are going to be like, hey, I just know that dog is going to become bipedal by the end. That dog is going to walk on two legs. And the thing is that those Pokemon are incredibly popular. So, like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that if you don't like them, but there was a year not too long ago where there was the final form that, there was an alligator and it never had two legs, and people didn't like it as much as they liked the other ones. They went with the cat that was on two legs. So it's like, all right, well, the grass cat that was a bipedal. So I know that some people are always going to be haters about that, but to me, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. But yes, good looking starters out there. Let's see. But yeah, I know some people are going to be disappointed that it's not on Switch 1, and I get that. I'm not trying to say you're wrong for being disappointed, but yeah, it's coming to Switch 2. It'll be 5 years between Pokemon games, which is a long time for between mainline Pokemon games, because obviously other games have come out that are not part of the mainline storylines. So this is like kind of unprecedented for them. How much time is in between? But yeah, it's a long time. But yeah, we got ourselves a bird, a grass bird. We got ourselves a Pomeranian fire dog, and we got ourselves a water chameleon lizard thing. Yeah, all good friends, all excited for it. Fire dog, best friends. Angry Bird that is just going to get angrier and surlier. Oh, that middle form is going to be such a fucking teen. And then kind of creeped out, kind of weird, kind of sus looking water friend that I bet is going to get weirder and weirder. I'm excited for that. I imagine the final evolution of the water is just going to be some kind of like somehow really cool, like just like a weird thing where they're just like, why did you make that one so cool? But they did. Maybe I'm wrong, but that was my guess. I was like, oh, they're gonna make this one kind of cool. That gecko has eyes that are seductive, says Lord Crash. And then yeah, I didn't read seduction on there, but I can see why you would say that. But yeah, good friends. The fan art has been great. The memes have been fantastic. You know that's not the reason why we do all this, but it is nice to see the people go nuts for this stuff and have a really good time with it. It's very fun to see people just having a ball. Yesterday was nice. It was a nice day on the internet, which we need, certainly a couple nice days here and there. But yeah, people were very excited about the more Pokemons. Also, there are 2 Pikachus that were there. There was a Pikachu hanging out, and then there were like vacation Pikachus, and I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on here, but sure, we can get some vacay Pikachus out there. Sounds good to me. And then a bunch of people were saying that they think that we don't know, but they think the locations are based on the Maldives. That was apparently what a lot of people were saying. Pikachu found a summer fling. Yeah, we don't know. But yeah, so some people were saying they thought for sure this was that. So who knows? We'll see more and more Pokemon as they come. Yeah. And then also, there's a lot of debate because there is you can get for Switch 2 the Fire Red Leaf Green, or Fire Red Leaf Green are on Switch now, and then also, like I said, Switch 2. And so there's the big debate on Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle, which one you want to go there. Now, I would say it's always Charmander, but that's because I always pick the fire type. I always pick the fire type, have since day one. I pick a fire type because that's what I want. Squirtle is cool, don't get me wrong, but I just think a good fire type is essential for a team. You're gonna catch. Here's the thing: you're gonna catch another grass type. Often in these games, not all the time, a lot of times in these games, you're going to find a water type like right away, and you're going to find a grass type right away. And fire types sometimes don't show up for a long ass time. Now, do you need the water type because a rock gym is often your first gym? Certainly, that is the case. So you want that. But like, there are times where it's just like, you're not going to find any fire friends right away. Also, sometimes it's a fire monkey or fire chicken or fire pig, and that's just great. Fire cat. Now we got fire doggo. Like, when do you want them? Only one Pokemon has a whole squad of cool Squirtle. I mean, Lord Crashington, that's fair, but does a Squirtle squad follow you around and hang out? No, they don't. That doesn't work out for the game. I'm talking about the game. I'm not talking about the anime. I'm talking about like what your starter Pokemon in the game should be, and that is Charmander. Get yourself a Charmander. Light some fools on fire. Take care of all those grass types you keep running into. Show them who's boss with your best friend Charmander. It's very funny. People are like, yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people say Bulbasaur because of the poison element in that in there, but Also, you can get Arcanine pretty early, so a lot of people say you want to get Bulbasaur because you can get Arcanine, which is probably better than Charmander, and to which I say maybe in pet ability, but not in any other kind of ability. I'm like, I want to get out of here. What are we talking about here? But anyway, obviously, it's a personal choice. I respect it. Whatever Pokemon you want to get, and whatever generation you're playing, whatever game you're playing, whatever Pokemon is the right Pokemon for you, like, sure, get whatever starter you want there. Lord Crashton got Fire Red and picked Bulbasaur, so you're building out my team of the earliest Pokemon I can get. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what you do, right? Like, you get it, you kind of build out your squad, and you go with the best case scenario of abilities in there, and take care of business. Get it done. Laserbeak's done. Now, Laserbeak, there's something. Laserbeak can sit. Okay. Oh, the replacement part. Okay, so this is just sitting down Laserbeak. There is a different set of legs for Laserbeak that are for sitting on the arm. Because it comes with this accessory here. So, oh yes, Spearow is a good early one for sure. No question. All right, so I built this version of Laserbeak, but this isn't the Laserbeak version I want. I want the Laserbeak version that can go on the arm, because I want Megatron to be like this with a fucking Laserbeak on his arm. Like, what are we doing here? Of course I want that. So I have to now take this fucker apart, which I didn't realize I was going to have to do right away. So we'll do that now. We might as well just do that now. And then we'll get that separated here. This got to go like this. Not hard to do. Swings down. Put that on there. Laserbeak is there. And then Laserbeak can do this. Because that's what you want. You want Laserbeak to sit and hang out on the arm. Because that's cool as shit. I mean, what do you want from me? That's cool as shit. All right, let's build Kremzeek. This little, like, Energon weirdo. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. I still don't know. I never bothered to try to find out. It's okay. I don't need to know. But it comes with it. And I'm sure there were people out there that were just like, fuck yeah, finally. That's not me. But this little fucking weirdo can live over here. And then Reflector. It's nice to have Reflector. We'll build a Reflector. Might as well build all of it. We have the throne left. And we will do the throne after the pause for the cause, which is coming up real soon. But we'll get this together here. We gotta do this, and this. Little pieces here. So, you know, obviously this is a no tools required build. And that has been true. That they were not lying. They were accurate about that. It's been good for that. Oops, this is on wrong. I did this incorrectly. It is nice to have tools for when you fuck up, or if you fuck up, like I just did. But for the most part, yeah, it's been pretty easy. If I got to take something apart, it is nice to have tools to do it. Yeah, there's a Reflector in. So I would say that I wish that it comes with Laserbeak, and that's fun. Like, I don't know why Rumble would be here, but I'm thinking, like, I wish I had a cassette in robot mode hanging out. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine to have Laserbeak hanging out like this, but I want a little guy. I want, like, Rumble, or the other one that's not Rumble, but looks like Rumble. I kind of want that. I don't know. I forget the name of the other one. I forget the name of the not Rumble one, but there is another one that comes out in a cassette. I don't know. I just like to have a little guy. I like having little guys. That would be nice to have. If I could make a wish for one. I don't know, maybe Rumble comes in with big old I don't know. Let me look. Let me look at BLOKEES. Looking at BLOKEES.com. They do have they have the G1 Energon Explosion version, which is just the purple version of this kit, like a clear purple, and that looks real good. Do they have, I want to see, they must have, I've got okay here. All right, so Soundwave. They've got Action Edition Soundwave. I'm going to open that up and look on their website here and see what it comes with. What do you come with, Soundwave? Okay. Oh, yeah, all right, yes, good. Good. It does come with Rumble and I want to say Prowl, or maybe that's Laserbeak. I can't really see. There is a cassette. It does come with a cassette. Okay, so it says full cassette squad. Ravage, Laserbeak, Rumble, and Ratbat. Ratbat is in there. Okay, cool. That's a surprise. Ratbat is in there. And with alternative cassette mode that can be stored in its chest. So it doesn't, the cassettes don't transform, but they do come with a cassette that can live in the chest. Apparently it has sounds. Magnetic activated lights and sounds. So apparently Soundwave makes noise, which is cool. Soundwave is also $40. God, that fucking thing looks cool. And it lights up. Yeah. I don't want to put all of these on the wish list, but I'm definitely going to put at least one more. I have a few on the... I do have, like, smaller Megatron, because I kind of want to compare and contrast the Megatrons. So I did put in the classic class Megatron on my wish list. But, God, this thing fucking rules. All right. So we've got all of the accessories done. All that we have left is the Throne of Nemesis to build. So I'm going to take a photo of all of this stuff, and then we'll do a photo on the throne. But I want to get this version here together. All of the many accessories and all of that, and then we'll get the throne going. But let me get a photo of all this. Oh, you can see here. And then let me take that photo, and then we'll do a pause for the cause, and then we'll put our throne together, take another photo, and then start on a model kit. I gotta get some gunpla. We can at least get together and get ready. Or not, you know. All right, so let me get a photo of all this. This is not enough room. What I can do is I can put some stuff on this side, because I'm going to need to have some stuff anyway. Here, put that there, put that there. And then put that like here. Can I get everything in now? Yes. All right. And if I shove some stuff down. All right. I did it. God, this thing fucking whips ass. Can't wait to put it on the throne, and then I'll light it up when it goes on the throne. Okay, so then we'll put all this stuff over here for now, for just a smooch, just a moment. Lord Crashington, it's so fucking cool. And again, comparison. This is the classic class. This is the Action Edition. I still want to do Megatron the classic so I can compare and contrast the two, but goddamn, shit goes hard. Shit looks good. Looks real good. This is gonna have to go back on the back of the throne so I can pop this off and pop this on. So that way it has the full arm there. Laserbeak is staying, friends. I don't know what to tell you. Laserbeak is going to be a feature because it's fucking cool. It's cool to have Laserbeak there. I got to move this off so that I don't play with it while I do my pause for the cause because I'm going to fucking want to. I'm just going to keep doing this all day. Whoop. And then, whoop. It's cool as shit. This was a pain in the ass to put together, but now it's looking good. All right. Now is the part of the stream where I'm going to talk to you about ways that you can support me and what I do here. Everything I'm about to tell you is optional. You are under no obligation to do any of these things, but if you would like to, I would love that. It would be so great. First and foremost, if you're currently a subscriber to the Build with Bear Workshop, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, the Tier 2 Blue Emote into chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here through Cash Money or your Prime Gaming token. If you would like to support what I do here, that would be great. If you already have, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yeah, you can, subscribe however you'd like. Gift a sub. It's the last day of the month, but if you still want to be on that gift sub leaderboard, one gift sub would put you on the leaderboard. Or you could, of course, if you wanted to, another thing you can just do is just, throw some bits and coins my way if you wanted to do that. That's another option. You don't have to, but you could. I do have a Patreon at patreon.com/PatBaer. Over my Patreon, there's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for the different tiers. Consider joining me on Patreon. I will say over on the old Patreon, if you want to jump in there, there was a Q&A video that went up yesterday, or Thursday. So you can watch that Q&A video. That's monthly. I do a new one of those every month, and it's just for Patreon. So check that out. Let's see. USA Gundam Store. Not USA Gundam Store. What am I saying? YouTube. That's what I want to say next. YouTube.com/PatBaer. I have a YouTube channel. Please subscribe to that. It's free to subscribe, of course. Over on my YouTube, while you're at it, if you're interested, of course, in subscribing, free. But if you want to become a member over there for just $2 a month, you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday. So you would have seen the video that I put up there before anybody else. Was it Yamada-kun, right? At level 999? That's what it is. I want to double check that that's the video. It is. It's my love story with Yamada-kun at level 999. That show rules, and you'll hear more about that later. But you would have been able to see that before other people saw that, which is nice. Those are monthly ways to support me. If you would like to throw $1 or $2 in my tip jar, well, I have a Ko-Fi and a PayPal. Everything I make through direct donations through YouTube, which includes AdSense, so watching my videos helps me out, through Patreon and through Twitch, all goes into a fund. And from that fund, I pull money out to buy model kits. This was $40. I'm not able to pick this up without your generosity. Yes, it took several streams to build, which is great. But I still dropped $40 on this instead of like $25 for some old Gunpla that's going to take 2.5 streams to build. I got something new and cool as hell that I'm very excited I got to build. But I don't get to build this without your generosity. So thank you very much. I'm very happy that I was able to say, oh, no, that $40, that can go to this. So that's because of your support. So thank you very much. Let's see. What else can I say? I got that. So I do have a backlog. I do have a model kit that I'm going to be starting when this concludes. And we might even take a look at that by the end of the stream. I think we'll have some time. Pardon me. And if you want to decide what I build after that, the easiest way to do that is to buy something from my Amazon. Oh, well, sorry, I put the wrong thing in there. Man, that's the second time. My Amazon wish list. We'll just ignore that I said that other thing. Go to my Amazon wish list, see if there's something there you'd like to see me put together. You could buy it, and then it'll come to me in the mail, and I'll build it. I have a Starscream, a BLOKEES Starscream that is now on the list. I have some Lego stuff, inexpensive kits, expensive kits, kits that are on sale all the time, kits that never seem to be on sale, a bunch of different things. If you would like to pick something up for me to build, you certainly could, and that would be rad as hell. So consider it. Consider that would be nice. I would be happy to build anything on this list that you pick up. If you see something on this list and you're like, I want Pat to build that, I would be happy to. That's why they're on the list. Anything on that list is something I'm interested in picking up and building, and I might buy it myself, but you could buy it if you wanted to. So you've got the wish list, got all that, got all that, got all that. My alternative to Amazon is I have a wish list on Throne. If you would like to pick up something and you don't want to go through Amazon, you can check out Throne. That's another way to do that. And then, of course, the most convoluted way to support me financially is to go to USA Gundam Store. USA Gundam Store, you buy a gift card. They will send you an email with the gift card code. Then you can send me a whisper on Twitch or a private message on Blue Sky or Mastodon with that gift card code. And then I will use that gift card code to buy something from USA Gundam Store. That's the deal. That's where we're at, folks. Pretty cool, if I do say so myself, and I do. If you want to support me but not spend any money, that's fine. I get that. That's okay. A way to do that is to go to my Discord. Sorry. My Nightbot has to refresh. Nightbot commands refreshed. There it is. Why is this not in alphabetical order anymore? It is. Okay, great. There it is. I have a Discord. Come hang out in the Discord. We'd love to have you. It's a cool, chill place. You're welcome to join us there. A couple of video links. I will have a new episode of Pat Bear's Anime Club up on Monday. The most recent one, in case you missed it. My most recent Pat Bear's Anime Club is me recommending shows that are out this season, this very season, and what I'm liking right now. So you can watch that video if you'd like. And then Kuma Baer, as mentioned before, is my weekly anime recommendation series. We are, still towards the end of Romance Month, February. So the most recent one is My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. It's a fun little story about a girl that gets into an MMO because of her boyfriend, and then when he dumps her, she sticks with the MMO. And through that MMO, meets some people in real life who play the game, including Yamada, who she, falls in love with, and he falls in love with her. And it's very cute. It's such a sweet show. And watch it. You should watch it. It's great. Very, very fun. And a light motif of gaming, but it's not like hardcore. It's not MMO junkie. That one is real hardcore about that. That's cute too, but not this. Not what I was saying. All right, I have more anime to talk about because we got to talk about Frieren and Easygoing Territory Defense by the Optimistic Lord. So in order to talk about Frieren Beyond Journey's End Season 2 and Territory Defense, I need to first, I got to drink some water because there's a lot going on and I'm thirsty, and we need to get back to the overhead camera. And to do all that, I am going to use this button right now. All right. Let's build the Throne of Nemesis. You can believe it, that's the name of this fucking thing. It's the Throne of Nemesis. So we'll get some pieces here. We'll get some panel lining going on this. It's only 3 pieces. It's big. The idea, I guess, is that this goes like this. Come on. There it is. Goes in like that. And then this goes. Whoa. It's very hollow, but that's on purpose. It's hollow so you can put accessories in there. And then I don't know. Oh, okay. Once it's connected, then you can, if you wanted to, you can pull the top cover up and put the accessories in there that you don't want on there. Now, how you do that, I'm not fully sure because it's very tight. So I don't want to break anything. So I'm actually just going to use the wedge. Now, over time, I bet this pops on and off a lot easier because, you know, just stress, you know, little minor stress fractures and stuff. But yeah, this is meant to pop open. And then you have this cave of space here for various things that you want to put in there. You put the various weapons in here. Oh, that doesn't actually... yeah, you can do that. Put everything that we're not going to be using in here. Which is great, because it means I'm not going to lose any of this shit. That's awesome. We don't need this other version of the bird, so I'm not going to keep it. And then... this separates. And then you can just put it like that. And then I gotta fold this up here. There, it all went in there. And then you can slide that back on there. All right. And then this piece fits on the back of it. You can just go like that, or the other way, which is neat. So that just lives there. Then I'm just going to look real quick to see if there's anything else that... Oh, also there is a stand. If you want to have it on the stand, you can do that. Which is neat. You want to do that. But we are going to panel line this. We're going to make this look nice and cool. Because why not? And then we'll put our guy on there. I mean, just see how he looks on his throne. He looks fucking rad. Looks cool. Yeah, that just looks neat. I want to see him on the throne in the instructions here. Oh, that's interesting. It doesn't actually... Nowhere in here is he actually sitting on the throne. I'm like, should I take this part off? It's like, no, that doesn't matter. Yeah. Yeah, they don't put him on the throne because he doesn't actually sit great on the throne. It makes sense. He's got so many weird angles. He does sit on it. It's just not perfect. It's not ideal. You can see that in there. Not ideal. But he is sitting there. He does sit there. We'll panel line this, and then we'll also assemble the... there is a stand that I can build. Because it does come with a component there. He's not... So we will build that too. We'll build... Because we've got it. We got the components to build the display base. We got the base. The base here, so we can put them on a base if we want to do that as well. Oh, and also, the reason why there's this little peg here, this can go on the base as well. I didn't put it in there because I wanted to be able to light it up, but this can sit on there, and then it's part of the display, and that's very fucking cool. But if you're, you can see that's also the magnet thing there, but then it also can live there, which is very neat. So we will build that as well. We'll panel line, and then we'll put our thing together here and build that as well. But we might as well start with the panel lining portion because I want to get this done. Put a nice color on there. Build the stand. And while I'm doing that, while I'm doing the panel lining, I will talk to you about the anime that I watched here. This episode of Frieren starts with shit fucking happened. There's a lot of violence here. A village is being attacked by a lot of demons. There have been demons around. Some of them are trying to fight back. It's very clear that some of these are townspeople and some of these people are soldiers. And it's really fucking rough. And and a message got out. So then later we see two people. One who was on the test, Method, did the test, was somebody that was like taking the test for the first class mage exam and passed to become a first class mage. And then Genoa, who I didn't remember at all. I had to look up because this is not a new character. This was a proctor of the mage exam, and I did not remember. Like, I don't remember this part of the story at all. It's been a while since I read this part of the manga, and I was just like, I don't know who this is. But he was the guy who was kind of like, his methods, he didn't mind if people died taking the test because, like, well, you're trying to prove yourself, so you might as well do whatever you can, and it doesn't matter. So I do remember him now. So they go to the ruins and see demons have they're on a quest to slay whatever demon took care of this, that happened to this, and it turns out there is a person there who survived but is on death's door and is comforted in final moments by one of our people here who was from this village and knew this guy. There's a childhood friend. They played together. But he's kind of showing like no remorse because he's kind of dead inside, sort of. Maybe we'll find out more about him later. But yeah, he's not really showing much emotion. They're surrounded, but turns out it was mistaken identity. Don't worry about it. Because our team is here. Frieren and Fern and Stark are here. Everything is cool. They had another request. So now they're kind of teaming up because they have similar missions, which is defeat demons. So they're investigating, trying to find out what's going on. And then Genoa is like, Genoa, he's like, hey, that's a militia member. That's someone that is somebody who is, hey, this person was definitely stronger than Stark and is down. So the demons they're dealing with are going to be no joke because they can take down somebody very strong. And yeah, the demon that led the attack is still out there, and it's definitely not a small fry. Because the demons they killed were not that tough. They wouldn't have been able to... there's a demon out there that is really strong. And they're going to deal with that shit. And so he's like, hey, Frieren, I want your help. To which they agree. And the episode ends with them coming to the conclusion that this demon wields 4 swords. So this is at least a 4-armed demon. So that's going to be fucking cool. Again, I don't remember this part of the manga too well. It's been a while. I am current on the manga. It's on a break. It's on hiatus right now, but I am current with what has been out there. But I'm like, man, I don't fucking know. I don't remember this. I'm interested in seeing where this goes because like I said, I don't remember. Moonshine says, I recently read all the manga as well, so seeing the show catch up to it is cool. Yes, for sure. The action in this one, also, hi, I'm John. Happy to have you here. The action in this one I thought was solid. Like, you know, the vibe lately, there was the date, of course, and you know, various shenanigans, and then there was the part where Frieren, like, got sent to basically work camp into the works in the mines to pay off debts, and it's like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on that I thought was like very funny and silly, and now it's like, no, hey, this is an action adventure series, there's some fucking shit going down, we got ourselves a demon and a bunch of people died. It's like, okay, yeah, all right, we got some minor characters. I don't remember Method that well. I don't remember the proctor at all. I had to look him up because I was like, they're talking like they know him. Was he from the exam? No, kind of, sort of, yes. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. I am liking it, though. All right, we're almost ready to build the stand here. All right. Got our throne done. I'm going to clean this up. While I clean up this throne and while I put together the display stand, we'll talk about the other anime that I have been watching, which is Easygoing Territory Defense by the Optimistic Lord. Van is at it again, doing his thing, working on the village, trying to make things better, using his big powers for good, his unbelievable crafting skills to make a wide variety of things and to make lives of people better, and doing his thing, you know, all that good stuff that he's up to. Ortho shows up because his squad of adventurers are like, hey, we found a dungeon, which is good news for materials, and it might attract even more adventurers to come to the area and all that. So all that's good news, except that means they have to report it to the capital. And that's going to put the village possibly at risk, because now opportunists are going to show up. Maybe rival lords of the area are going to be like, hey, you know, we'll take management of that off your hands, because, like, you've got so much on your plate, little guy. Like, I'll just deal with this part for you. That kind of fucking bullshit. So they're afraid a lot of that stuff might happen. But Van is just like, well, we can, you know, it's worth the risk because we can get more adventurers to come by, and that's going to increase business. And then also we have people that we can conscript into service in case there are monsters and stuff showing up. And it's just like, overall, it's just going to be a good idea. So we're going to do that. And so he makes a decision that he's going to take the risk and let them know. And he's like, here's some proof of what's going on in the dungeon. Go tell the capital what's going on. Along the way, he sends it Zara to do that. Along the way, Zara finds a carriage under attack by orcs, and he defeats all the orcs. And he finds a girl there who was going to the capital to kind of figure out her life. Her father recently passed, and her house is gone. And she meets Zara and is like, I'll come with you. And then kind of instantly is smitten with Zara for, you know, saving her life, and also for being strong and cool. So we got a little bit of that. Like, oh, that's a neat little bit of something for these characters. Van decides that he is going to make another village that focuses on being a place for adventurers to live in, so they're not all under the same, you know, area. And then coincidentally, just as he's kind of figuring that stuff out, adventurers show up because Zara let people know, hey, there's a place you can come, and if you want, you can try this stuff out. So now there are, let's see, this is this 2? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, got that together. There we go. He's like, yeah, you know, people can come. And a bunch of adventurers do show up. And they are, of course, rude to Van, because Van looks just like a simple kid. And they're like, oh, look at this fucking guy. And then Van shows his amazing abilities and his creation magic. And then also G is out there strong-arming them and making them pretty quickly just realize, like, oh, okay, we're not taking over this place like we're going to be subjects here. Okay. And everyone kind of gets on board pretty quickly with that, which is good. Good for everybody. Let's see. Zara and Flemeria, you know, are now, I guess, a couple. So Van builds a house for them in the main village. And Ortho's just like, hey, while you're building stuff, would you be cool with building something like a base of operations near the dungeon? Which makes a lot of sense. Because it's pretty far away from the village, and that way they can kind of keep an eye on everything there. And he's like, oh, you know what? Honestly, actually, make a good point. Let's do that. Wait. This. I need this here. And 1, 2, where's the third? Uh-oh. Go like that. Okay, that goes like that. All right, great. Goes there, and then this piece. Oh, there is a little part I could put on there if I just wanted to have, laser beak on this big stand. There is an adapter for that, but that's not a thing that I want to do, so I don't particularly care about that. I'm gonna let that go. This part is rubberized plastic, which is interesting. To have that on there, that's kind of neat. But this is because you're gonna want to squeeze these together. Hold your guy here, and then goes like. Oh, did I do this wrong? Yes, I did do this wrong. I did this wrong. Gotta fix it. Okay, so a bunch of people go. Some adventurers go. They kill a troll. Van makes a big bridge so they can get over a ravine, and then they find the dungeon entrance, and Van's just like, well, I can't just leave it like this. So Van builds a giant gate in front of the dungeon, so that way if there is a monster, a bunch of monsters start pouring out of it, there will be some kind of protection. I put these on backwards. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pop these out like I would like to. So I did fuck this up right at the end, but hopefully I can get these out. I can do this with. There we go. I just gotta do a little. Get my nail under it. He also makes a big base that he considers like a hostel, so people can stay there temporarily while they're going into the dungeon. It has a rest area and a place for storage, a place to eat, some bedrooms. It is wild what Van makes pretty easily, pretty fast. Like at this point, it's like, oh yeah, I mean, he's just like a crazy souped up kid, but he can do wild shit. So it is fun to watch him just build a bunch of nonsense really quickly. Ortho becomes in charge of the base and keeping that together and keeping people in line and all that. On the way back to the village, they discover mithril, an ore repository of mithril. And so they get really psyched about that. But they take their time coming back, and by the time they get back to the village, Esparta, his teacher and butler, who's also ex-military, of course, one of the coolest butlers, is just pissed off because he was so late, and is just like, ah. And so it is a fun dichotomy to watch our guy go from being like, so like overpowered and crazy, and people are just like fucking stoked about all of the cool shit that he's getting up to, and then the juxtaposition of that, and then getting lectured and told off for being late. So this is the stand. I'll show you the stand here. Now we could do our guy here just on the stand, standing like this. I don't particularly enjoy how this doesn't feel great, like the wide stance you need for these. I don't love, but we could do that. We could do this. Instead, though, we could do this. Put the pressure on there, clip them in place. Get that clip in right. Yeah, okay, great. And then put like that. And then kind of lean him up like this. And then he's just kind of hovering over it. But we can do that. And then I can get... maybe do I want to do that? Do I want to put the arm attachment on? No, I won't leave it on the side yet. So you can do that. A stand in addition to the throne is surprising. Yes, Lashbro. Now, my guess is because the other action kits come with stands, so that way if you want to display them all together, you could do that. Whereas I imagine this is the only kit that comes with the throne. So there would be completionists who would want to have like all of their action edition line all lined up in a row. That is my guess. And so instead they just did this instead of that. That is my assumption anyway. I don't know for sure, but that's my assumption, is that they just want to have it be uniform, so you could put them a bunch together and have them on stands. I think this is cool. Obviously, I'm going to keep the throne, and he's going to live on the throne. The stand is nice, especially because it gives you a place for this thing to go. Whereas there, I can put this on the. Can I put this on the back of this? Can it go anywhere back here? Okay, I can put this on the back, along with the this gun here. So that is nice, because I do want this available for magnet stuff. So that is good. All right, I got to take a photo of it on the throne, and I'll take a photo of it on the stand. I did take the overhead shot that showed everything. Got laser beak. Do I want to put the gun arm on? Let's see. You know what? I got the time. We'll do that. Now I want to hear from you, friends. While I fiddle around with getting this lid off, I want to hear from you. What are you watching right now? What are you playing? What are you up to? What are you into? Did you go to the movies? Anytime Lord Crashton wants to be the dance button. There will be a new dance song on Monday, so this is the last time I can play this song. Thank you for using your channel points for this song. Do 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 do. I want to get this arm piece out because I want to put the cannon on there for this photo. I want to use the oops, it's falling forward. I want to use the cannon arm on the arm here for this photo, because I'm going to have 3 photos up. The very rare 3 photos spread will go up there. So I need to get that out there. Very rare that I will use the 3 photos. 3 photos for one kit. You kidding me? Usually it's 2 at the most. That's how much I want to show this thing off. All right, we'll put that like that. And then this will go in like that. Oh, I can do this part. You know what? I can do this part here because I didn't. But yeah, if anybody's got anything going on, and any gaming they're playing, or games they're playing, anything like that, I always love hearing from you about those things and things. So please let me know, and I'll do the extended gun arm edition, because that's neat. I love hearing from you about those things and things, so please feel free to let me know what you got going on, because I do love hearing about it. Come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, we'll do it like that. Okay, that works fine. John is slowly making way through After War Gundam X. So the only thing I'll say to you, John, is I like the show more than most. At a certain point, business picks up on that show because they need to get going on that show to finish it. They find out that their order number has been cut, and then the pace fucking picks up. But it is a slow burn series for most of it. Most of its runtime, it is just taking its sweet time. It is about atmosphere. It is about the after war. The after war stuff is the most important thing, and cool Gundams, of course. But yeah, that is a series that takes its sweet ass time to really get moving. All right, so let's take a photo like this, and then we'll take a photo in the. With the Right here. Lorecrash says, I've been driving around the Nordic countries some more in Euro Truck Sim 2 to try to complete this Valentine's Day event before it's over. Nice. Yeah. Gotta get that in. For me, Hearthstone, there's a new expansion coming out next month, but I'm still having fun. They released a couple, like a card to kind of just like tide you over. And so I've been having fun with that. I continue to really enjoy my time in Hearthstone these days. The current meta allows for some decks that I enjoy quite a bit. So I have been having fun with that. With what's going on there. So that has been nice for me, your friend Pat, to have some fun in there. And then still fucking around in Fallout 4. Since I started the new playthrough, I have not had I've had less crashes than normal, which is great. And also, I have had, it doesn't crash all the fucking time, and I've been able to play it. There is a weird thing where one of my, I have to reset one of the locations, and it's been fucking weird, but I'm trying to figure out how to do that with console commands. And then I couldn't find Piper, and turns out that when I let Piper go, she went to go meet up with Nick so that we could have a 3-way conversation. And I didn't know that was going to happen. It's something I didn't know could happen in Fallout, and I'm pleasantly surprised to be learning new things in Fallout 4. But yeah, I sent her to to one place, but because there is a 3-way conversation between Nick Valentine, Piper, and you, the player, that when I sent her to Sanctuary, instead she went to Nick's office. And when I tried to find her in Sanctuary, I'm like, I don't know where the fuck she is. Pro tip, if you're going back to Fallout 4, your edition probably has the Vault 84 stuff. There's a Vault Tech thing you can build in Miscellaneous that you can set VIPs, and then they'll tell you where in the world that VIP is. And so I have Piper set as a VIP now, and so I can just find her wherever she ends up, which is great. That's how I found out that she was in Nick's office. I eventually would have just gone to Nick's office and she would have been there, but I didn't know that, and I was very fucking confused. Lashbrook has been playing a bunch of Marathon and has been really starting to gel with me. I can even survive a solo run now. That's awesome. I'm glad you're having a good time with it. The vibes of that are fucking immaculate. It's not a game type I would want to play, but the world looks fucking dope as shit. It's just I don't like extraction shooters, so I don't want to play it. Also, Lashbrook says, I watched A New Hope today for AMCA, and that movie is still really fun, and the pace is incredibly breakneck. Yes! A New Hope tries to get a lot fucking done. Positive, which is positive. But yes, they go for it in that movie. All right, so we'll put like that, we'll put them like that. Yeah, I will say, I wish this throne had like a peg that went into the back of Megatron, because it doesn't. Megatron doesn't really sit on the throne, and that's a shame. So I can understand why people would want to put Megatron on, maybe on the stand. This is my biggest. So I have minor complaints with this. This is actually a major complaint. Like, they want this lid to be removable so you can store stuff in there, but Megatron doesn't fucking sit well on the goddamn throne because of this part. But even taking this part off, you have to take the whole backpack off. I guess I could do that, or the whole back piece. Could I? And then I don't know where you'd put this. I guess if I take this off, it's not easy to take this part off. Mind you. But if I take this part off, yeah, he sits better. He still doesn't sit great like this. This is better. I don't like that, but it's better. And then you don't have this part sticking up, which isn't great. And I guess, and I don't know where this would go. So I don't like that. But this is the best way for Megatron to sit. If I look at the box here, I don't know what the box would like. I think it makes sense. They don't have any photos of Megatron on the throne in this. They don't do any of that. I feel like it needs a Lego-like thing to attach to the throne. Yes. What I'm saying is there should be a thing that snaps onto this, much like the snapper part here. Like this thing, there needs to be something like this that like snaps on there, and that will kind of hold them in place. And it doesn't have that, and that's frustrating. Because the solution is to take this off. This does sit better, and we are going to take a photo like that, but then you don't have this part of the gun backpack on. And this, I don't think, this might fit in accessories. I'll see if it fits in, if I can put this in there. If I can put it in there, then that's something. It's not great, but it's something. Get my spudger back out. Like I said, eventually opening this a bunch, like it's already easier than it was to get this part up and down. They could make it easier. I'm kind of okay with them not. Now, can I do this here? Kind of fits on there. I don't want to stress any of the plastic, because this is not meant to do that. That'll go. Yeah, that doesn't work like that. So I wonder if I can peg any of this in here. Would this go into this? Yeah, that'll go like that. But then this isn't going to go anywhere, because that went into both those. Yeah, it's not really a solution. Because then also I need a place for this to go. The throne is very 80s toy thing, being a place to store the extra pieces so they don't get lost. Yes, it rules. It's absolutely phenomenal. It is such a nice bonus that I was not expecting. But then, yeah, like there's no good place for this to go, because it's not going to fit in there at all. So now, like, this obviously fits way better than this does. Yeah, like this is like barely sitting on it. So I'm gonna take it off for the photo, but in general, I'm gonna keep it on the throne. And just be frustrated with it. But I don't know where this is going to go, because there's no good spot for it. Oh, piece popped out, which is fine. This will go back on, no problem. We will be starting a new model kit on Monday, so I hope you'll come back for that, because that'll be nice to have you on Monday for that. So yeah, this just works better like this. It's not perfect. Oh, the foot is falling off. It's not perfect, but like it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to sit there. But it is weird that they didn't make it so that it will stay. That is strange. And then, like I said, there is now no good place for this to go. I could just do like, if I do it like this, then I put that here. That lives like that. And then this needs to like go. I don't know where this needs to go then. Okay, well, actually, I can do this. Can I do that? I thought I could do that. I thought maybe I could get this to sit where I need it to sit, but I couldn't. Let's try it like this. Yeah, no, I can't get that like that. Yeah, this is just not meant to hang out back there. It's just not meant to, so it's frustrating. Because, yeah, it is not meant to... It is not meant to do what I am doing to it, which is fine. It's fine that it's not meant for that, but... I'm just trying to make this work. So this has to just live separately, which is not ideal, because the whole idea is that you can just shove all the accessories in there. But... I guess at the end of the day, it'll just sit weird on the chair, and we got to have Megatron like this, and we're just dealing with it. It's awkward, but it is what it is. But that is my number one complaint, and I feel like it is an actual complaint. Is Megatron doesn't sit well on the throne, and that sucks. That actually sucks. That Megatron doesn't sit right on the throne, because the throne rules. 1 out of 10 review. No, it is a minor complaint, but it is a complaint, and I stick to it. And therefore Megatron doesn't sit right on it, and that's fucking weird. It's weird to say. That's a weird thing to be like, Megatron doesn't sit well on the throne that they crafted for Megatron. I gotta get a photo in. Hold on. This thing fucking rules. Do not take my disappointment in the throne to be a statement of dislike for this kit, this build, the very concept of this thing. It's phenomenal. Again, this is a $20 kit. I thought that was perfect for what it was. This is a $40 kit. It's phenomenal. The other ones aren't going to come with the throne, you know? Like, it's kind of okay. I am going to have to think about, I'm going to want Megatron to sit on this throne. I'm going to have to fucking think about that and figure out how to make that work. I don't know how to make that work right now. But goddamn if it isn't fucking great. I will tease you with what we're working on Monday, which is right here. Get rid of that. We're working on a fucking Gundam. We're getting back into the Gundam building here. Working on the Arios, which does have a transformation and is cool. It's got kind of like 2 transformations, sort of. It's got like a battle mode. This thing looks fucking cool. Orange, a creamsicle orange. You do not see that in Gundam that often. And I'm fucking stoked to work on a kit that's got a beautiful looking orange. We'll look at it right here. That's a great looking orange. Good looking red. Very excited to work on this. Nice looking yellow. This kit is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun build, and I'm excited to work on it. That's the next thing. But yeah, Megatron. Megatron is in the clear here. We're good on this very cool Megatron. And that is going to do it for tonight's stream. Now, we are going to end with a raid. That is how we end every stream around here. We're going to go find someone doing cool stuff and go spend some time with them. I encourage you to come along on this raid as I get ready for it, and go and find out who we're going to go hang out with. Because we'll end the stream here tonight. But we do always end with a raid. So, yeah, as John says, we always end with a raid. So we'll go find someone doing cool stuff. And again, my next stream will be on Monday, and I hope you will come hang out for that. Who is doing stuff? How long has this person been streaming? Let's see. They've only been going for 35 minutes. Let's go hang out with fucking Dan Reichert. Dan Reichert is playing Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice. I think that'll be a good, fun time to go hang out with Dan. I don't know how long he's going to stream, but I have to assume it'll be for a little while. I do know that Arthur ended pretty early on Thursday, pretty soon after we raided, which is a shame, but that happens. It's just the price you pay for the raids, but we always want to raid and hang out with people. So come hang out with me and Dan. Come back on Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern time for a new model kit, conversation, hanging out. Thank you all so much. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.